Our 8 mats have dropped down to 3, and you can follow along with the Watch ESPN app. We're going to set our sights on Pantaleo of Michigan, Micah Jordan of Ohio State. Two teams in the race.
Let's go,
Buckeyes looking
Pantaleo.
for a national championship. Michigan looking for either that third or fourth place trophy.
Pantaleo, Alec Pantaleo, one of the toughest guys to get through his head-hands defense. Medical forfeit by Kemmerer. Let's go to Q.
Yeah, Michael Kemmerer of Iowa being walked off right now. Shoulder injury. It appeared that he kind of popped his shoulder and it was throwing some pain down into his hand. Tried to wrestle again, and then his coaching staff decided that it was not in his best interests to continue wrestling. Coach Brands was in the tunnel. He walked out, and now they'll take Michael behind the scenes here for some further attention. So unfortunate for Iowa and Kemmerer, medical default.
Yeah, it looked like his shoulder and his elbow were giving me a hard time there, just on that. Bounced off the mat. So
he's had a tough finish. He had the knee issue in the Big Tens and late in the year, and now
Kemmerer's been gutting it out for a while here. Had a fantastic freshman year, NCAA finalist, and he just hasn't been healthy probably the last 6 to 8 weeks of the season. He's been held out of a few dual meets, and part of performing here is being able to be durable enough, and a guy like that trains hard in that Iowa program, but just didn't have the luck of staying healthy in this tournament.
Ohio State trying to pick up a team point. Jordan tied 2 apiece, second period, 90 seconds left. Pantaleo with a minute of riding time.
Yeah, Pantaleo, he has a lead right now. That's what's kind of surprising about yesterday in the semifinals. He got whipped over by Heidley. That big 6-point move that really changed the tempo of that match. So Pantaleo, one of those guys that had a lead, had the match moving in his direction, and big move changed it. Likes to go ahead and shoot straight on with a double leg. Of all the guys that were out there, he's a lot like, he had a really nice match against Jason Nolf. He actually took Nolf down a couple of times, holds position. Took him down with his straight-on shot. So
this is a rematch of the Keene Invitational. Pantaleo beat Jordan 10-3 to claim that championship. One of the more looked upon early season tournaments.
Yeah, looked with short time in the period, would be a great time for Pantaleo to knock shot off from this. Conversely, what Jordan wants to do is he wants to create a more lateral motion so he can get to that sweeping single leg. Left leg of Pantaleo likes to work that, gets the high crotch. You can see the quickness of Pantaleo. If he measures your shot, he's either going to whip you over or is going to be able to get around you pretty quickly. And that time he had it, almost had it measured perfectly.
And that's the thing Joe McFarland told us before their duel with Ohio State. When Pantaleo's at his best, he picks up the pace. He needs movement. Sometimes not always the case. He's so tough to score on, tough to get in on those legs. Starts this third period tied at 2 with Jordan. He gets the quick escape.
Yeah, but it was enough to clean out the riding time now, getting it below a minute. So that's not a factor for Jordan. So what does Jordan need to do? Well, he doesn't want to get too tied up in here. He needs to put enough pressure. And every time that he takes a shot or even fakes a shot, you can see the big leap that Pantaleo is making to his right. And so, you talk about gaining match wisdom, during the course of it. You say, okay, what can I do? Can I fake one direction and then hit a shot over to the other side? Because he's really overcommitting to his right, Pantaleo's right, when Jordan comes with that shot. Stops it, down blocks it, and he moves to the right. Is there something that you have in your arsenal that can kind of take advantage of that? Wow.
That's power. Pantaleo straight on. 2 more, and Michigan goes up 3.
You see that time he moved a little bit to the right. He got the good angle, and he got his offense off. Now that riding time becomes a factor again. I tell you, I like what I saw there. Did you see how the left hand of Micah Jordan, who was in the short time position, he waved his hand on the court side right there on the black mat. He was bringing attention to the official that once you go off the mat here, you've got to stop it, no matter where Pantaleo was on the mat. Tells me the guy is still engaged mentally.
So with riding time, Jordan's going to need a big move here and get some back points in the final 35 seconds.
Got to go hard. He has a nice near arm far leg. Right there, that's where he's trying to go. Near arm, hit the far leg, try to take him to his back. But at this stage, Pantaleo doesn't really have to commit forward at all. Great closing shot. Yeah, great closing shot. You know, that's a great way to hold the lead.
And what a story this year for Michigan wrestling. The Wolverines with a lot of big names in a healthy wrestling room in 2018, and they have certainly enjoyed the fruits of that health. Pantaleo, 5th place, an All-American for the Wolverines, and the strong representation for Coach Joe McFarland and Michigan. Your All-Americans at 157. Tyler Berger of Nebraska wins by the injury default for Kimmerer. Pantaleo 5th. Jordan Shields gets in at number 7. Luke Silverberg, South Dakota State, in the number 8 spot. Let's go down to Quinn.
Coach, congratulations for Alec. What did that win represent?
Well, I just like the way he came back. You know, he lost a tough one yesterday, and they come back, and then lost a tough one to Kimmerer this morning. And, you know, you always want to finish strong in these tournaments, and it's tough at this tournament. You know, there's a lot of ups and downs that these guys have to fight through, and to a degree, you have to have a short memory here, you know, and get yourself up to the next match. And I'm really proud of the way he came back and finished strong here and finished in 5th place.
Do you find yourself watching the scoreboard right now?
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of people are. You know, in particular, we are. Yeah, we're making sure that you know, we want to get on that podium tonight and you know, have all the guys in the team up there.
If you finish strong, 3rd place is still a reality, I would think, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, everything counts here. Every point counts. We can only do what we can do and control the things we can control in this by winning matches. So, you know, hopefully, you know, our guys have done a pretty good job of that this weekend. So we're proud of them.
As a leader of young men, what's your biggest focus with Adam Kuhn and Kyle Snyder later this evening on ESPN2? Like, what's important for you right now?
Well, I mean, both guys of great character and great competitors, and we got. I mean, everybody has a lot of respect for both those guys, and I think the exciting thing for our sport is just both those guys are going to go out there tonight and lay it on the line, and I think we're going to see a great match, and whoever gets their hand raised, I mean, you know, it's just I think it's going to be a great competition.
Adam's a fantastic young man. He's very, very bright academically, but then he clicks into this intensity when he takes on. You know, when he steps on the mat, what's that contrast like?
You know, he loves to compete. His intensity level is really high. He's got great focus, and he does everything the right way. And so it's hard not to pull for a guy like that. And but I think that's again going back to both those guys. I think that's what's going to be making such a great build up to this finale tonight. Having 2 great warriors that are laying it on the line and see who gets their hand raised.
Physical battle and the cerebral battle as well.
No question about it. No question about it. So.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Sean.
One of the great nicknames in college wrestling, the Silver Fox, enjoying this 2018 season. His Wolverines in the number 4 spot. Iowa sitting 3rd. Ohio State, Penn State, 1 and 2. Well, ever since we raised the curtain on this new year back in November, the talk was the 2 super squads. Will it be the Buckeyes or the Nittany Lions? The championships tonight here in Cleveland.
The rivalry between